My legion, stop settling for less than what you are capable of. We all hit that moment in life where something inside us stirs, pushing us to become more. There's a pull to achieve new heights, and with it, we begin to demand more from the world around us. This sense of purpose gives you vision, a taste for something far greater than the routine. But the path isn't just lined with rewards, it's layered with tests, some that will push you to the breaking point, and it's here where many start to fall. Most men start with a fire in them, with high standards and goals that they know they're capable of reaching, but the climb is relentless. The path to achieving something great isn't glamorous, it demands discipline, sacrifice, and grit that most are not prepared to sustain. And when that first hit of failure, rejection, or stagnation comes, that's where the weak start settling. Instead of holding the line, they drop their standards, convincing themselves that maybe they aimed too high. They start substituting real experiences with cheap imitations, watching instead of doing, consuming instead of creating. But every time you settle, you're sabotaging your potential, replacing true achievement with temporary fixes that only drag you further down. Look around today. Instant gratification has infiltrated every corner of life, and it's relentless. And it's not just when things get tough, it's even when things seem to be going well. The lure of a quick reward can hit you at any time, and if you don't know how to handle it, it'll keep you weak, chained to habits that do nothing but drain you. That's why the strongest men understand delayed gratification. They don't let momentary pleasure rob them of lasting success. When you're still climbing, you cannot afford to indulge in distractions that come with a hidden price tag. It's easy to justify these small rewards. You convince yourself, I have earned this, when in reality, every indulgence is a small weight tied to your ankles, slowing you down without you even noticing. You get used to saying yes to things that add nothing to your growth, and before long, those minor lapses turn into habits. The man who knows how to wait, who keeps his focus unshaken, is the man who has the endurance to make it to the top. Setting boundaries for yourself is not just about self-control, it's about survival. If you're bombarded with distractions, beautiful women on screen, flashy cars, all the instant access fantasies that have become success porn, you need a line in the sand, a point where you say no. These images paint a vision of life that feels close but is actually an illusion. And every time you get drawn to it, you're trading reality for fantasy, taking a step backward from real success. Those who let these distractions control them will keep settling for a cheap substitute for a life they'll never have the strength to chase down. Learn to reward yourself intelligently. Self-reward isn't the enemy. It's what sustains you on the journey, but here's the danger. Reward yourself too much and you will let it become the mission itself. There's a difference between recognizing your achievements and allowing those moments to pull you off course. It's too easy to let a simple reward turn into excess, a quiet celebration into a full weekend of lost productivity, a day off into a week without progress. This indulgence creeps up on you, turning your mind from disciplined to lax, making you comfortable in a world that's out to challenge every inch of your strength. A high standard demands a reminder, a call back to your purpose. Seek out voices, people, or philosophies that act as a higher authority, something greater than yourself that keeps you aligned. When those distractions come knocking, have something that pulls you back. Reminders of greatness, of goals, are what keep you sharp. A quote on your phone, a podcast that speaks directly to you, a mentor whose achievements are a roadmap. It doesn't matter where you find it, just make sure it's there every day, reminding you that the climb is the mission, that your standards will be your shield against mediocrity. As for temptations, get into the habit of knowing what they truly cost you. Write it down if you have to. Understand that every small indulgence has a consequence. The quick pleasure of procrastinating, watching another episode, giving in to the easiest option, these aren't harmless acts. They have a cost, and the currency is your progress. Don't let temporary satisfaction become a permanent chain. When you give in to distractions and throw your goals under the bus, you're burning time you'll never get back, adding regrets you'll have to live with. Progress is constant movement, and when you stand still, you start to rot. This journey is a conquest and there is no middle ground. Move forward or get pushed back. If you're stuck clinging to the past or you're too afraid to take the next risk, you'll start searching for excitement in synthetic, hollow places. Men who let fear or comfort trap them find themselves reaching for any kind of rush, even if it's artificial. Don't be that man who gives up on real adventure just because it takes effort and falls back on hollow thrills because they're easier. Push yourself even when you think you're at the top. Always look for the next summit, the next challenge. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start shrinking. Humans need progress, they need excitement, and if you stop going for it through purpose and ambition, you'll start seeking it in every wrong place you can imagine. Settling will always pull you back, stifling your potential, numbing the ambition that sets you apart. Resisting instant gratification is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It keeps you moving forward when the world wants you to stop. It's the difference between men who become leaders and those who become spectators. When things get tough, don't numb yourself with temporary comforts. When things go well, don't fall asleep in comfort. Keep your standards high, keep pushing forward, and remember that settling isn't part of your story. You were not built to be ordinary. You were made for something more. To dive deeper into intriguing topics like this, click here to watch more and wake up.